what a time to be alive, the early 2010s. Or should I say, undead. Singer! Nah, but for real though, zombies were on the come up around this time, and it's probably all the Walking Dead's fault. And where all the cool kids go, the posers tend to follow. You had the good, of course, your Deadrisings and the like. And then you had the games that weren't even doing the zombie thing to begin with, but tacked something on later to get a slice of that delicious zombie pie. Your Undead Nightmares, your Yakuzas and the like. But before you could even get to those, you would have had to dig through the shit. Does anybody want to play Castle Miner Z with me? Hello, anybody? While the zombie craze was big around the time, my massive gaping vagina was even bigger. I shied away from anything even remotely creepy looking at the time, though I seen a lot of stuff from what my brother played. He used to really like the whole zombie thing. He'd watch YouTubers play that Walking Dead game all the time, cause you know damn well nobody else actually played it. Though there was this one time I remember my brother wanted me to turn off Half-Life 2 because he thought the head crab zombies were scary, which was weird to me because I wasn't creeped out by them in the slightest. I guess even younger me was too enamored by the seesaw puzzles to worry about the scarier things in those games. The point is that one of the games I remember from that time was Dead Island. Well, I remember the name at least, as well as the main menu for that matter. That was in the running for one of the scariest title screens in the Xbox 360, right behind Gears of War. Though despite all I don't remember about the game, I remember it not being very original. So we're not going to talk about that one. Instead, we're going to talk about something much worse! Escape Dead Island was one of Deep Silver's attempts to turn Dead Island into a thing. It was developed by Swedish studio Fat Shark, who haven't really made anything too interesting, though they did make those Warhammer Vermintide games. So if that's your thing, well, good for you. But to be honest, I couldn't give a rat's ass about Warhammer. Zinger! We're dropped into the game playing as a badass ninja. You know how badass ninjas usually run really cool? Like they're speedy motherfuckers, yeah? Not this guy. This guy moves like your grandpa in the local Thanksgiving fun run. So our badass ninja guy is touring an abandoned laboratory looking to get his steps in when he comes across a zombie. Whoa, who turned on the lights? Look, I ain't a horror guy, but I'm certain turning off the horror lighting isn't helping the scare factor any. Although I think I'm supposed to be scared of the fact that the zombies are starting to eat each other? This is such a big deal that the lady over the radio wants to call off the mission entirely. But why? What's so bad about the zombies eating each other? I mean, if anything, this is good for us, because it means the zombies are distracted for long enough for me to engage in some really bland stealth gameplay. Well, okay, stealth gameplay. So we're making our way through the lab when we get to this hallway. That's when it happens. Holy shit! My god, wait, was that a plastic box? That's it? We had the slow-mo and everything. Just for a plastic box. Okay. The ninja stashes some data in a public restroom. He attempts to tell the lady over the radio where he just stashed it, but unfortunately suffers some short-term memory loss. He's unable to remember in time and he ends up dying with the world's most pathetic no. We end up on a yacht as Saints Row the Third character template number 1, where we interact with our varied cast of characters, including the token charismatic white guy, the token girl, and the token kinda smart black guy. Well, no, I guess he's more of the gentrified black guy. Or as your out-of-touch uncle would put it, one of the good ones. We're hanging out on the boat, learning nothing new about these one-dimensional characters. I guess I'm lying a little. Here, there we go. Our story is that Cliff and the Goofy Gooners Club are going to the island of Narapella to discover the origins of the zombie outbreak on Benoi, hoping to make Cliff's daddy proud. But when they get there, they'll soon discover that not everything is as it seems. For you see, the game is trying to mimic a comic book art style and it looks fucking ugly! God damn, I wanna puke. Oh, and get this, the game gives you a camera to take pictures with. The game already looks bad from a distance. What on God's green earth would make anyone think I'd want to take a closer look at it? But we've got to snap some photos to progress. This is the only time in the game where the picture taking is mandatory. Afterwards, they only serve as collectibles. So just know that's why you'll never see this camera again. So by a random act of God, our boat blows up. Can you spot the reason the boat blew up? Wow, you're a great liar! But at least you're not as dumb as Cliff, who swims out after the boat, hoping to accomplish what exactly? As you'd expect, Cliff gets knocked off the boat, and wakes up in a shipping container not long after. We wander down the hill to a marina. With nothing to protect ourselves with, we have to use the environment to sneak past zombies. Which is fun until we pick up the screwdriver. Then it's just stabby, stabby, stabby. I think the game was trying to go for something here with all these phones going off randomly, but only one zombie in the whole building ever seemed to care about answering. Even when he's undead, my man's still on that grind. Out of the office, Cliff heads back up to the beach, where shipping containers rain down from the sky. Cliff wakes up to reveal it was all a dream. Cliff and the gang head for the highest point on the island to see what they can find.
You look better. Just don't operate any heavy machinery, okay?
Heavy machinery? What? When was I ever planning on operating heavy machinery? Well, anyway, on the way there, Cliff realizes that he still has the screwdriver as well as the rope he got in the dream. Spooky. Mindfuckery aside, we make our way to the top of this mountain, where we're just absolutely blown away by this breathtaking view of the island. I mean, fuck me, dude. Must have taken so much work to get all this detail in there. Oh my god. On the way back down the mountain, our path is blocked by zombies. We manage to fend them off, but Linda ends up getting bit. Devin and Linda go back up the mountain while Cliff goes to investigate the crashed airplane. The person inside the plane turns out to be Jean May, who is one of the playable characters from Dead Island. That's really all I know. But what's important is that she gives us a gun. Okay, bro, I'm real good at Fortnite. Watch me! Oh, watch me! We're tasked with fetching 3 key cards so we can get another key card that's sitting in this room. Jean May would help us, but she's too busy trying to figure out how this keyboard works. Anyway, our first key is down here in the staff village. As I'm strolling down here slicing up zombies and shit, you'll start to notice that my gameplay's got an air of not giving a shit to it. Your first instinct would probably be to think that this is supposed to be a survival horror game, what with all the limited ammo and the pistol and shit. And I think that was the intention. It's got all the trappings of one, but there's a wrench in that plan that goes by the name of regenerating health. Yeah, kinda strange. Here I was thinking one of the scary parts of those types of games was limited resources, including your health, but here you can just wait a second or two and bam, cured. Really sucks the life right out of the game, doesn't it? When you can waltz into a room mashing X like a maniac only to come out on top, hoarding all your ammo for the annoying enemies that spit shit at you. All that fun and challenge just whoop, right out the window. I guess it doesn't help this area gives you a much faster weapon than the starting club. Strangely enough, however, there are medkits scattered around the island for you to collect. They obviously don't give health back, but instead give a boost to your max health. Oh, so that's how the army does it. Just slap a band-aid on your arm and you'll suddenly be grenade-proof. Do not try this at home. The Lazur Corporation is not responsible for any death or injury that may occur. In the event you do, however, feel the Lazur Corporation is responsible for such occurrence, call toll-free at 1-800-555-SUCK-MY-BALLS. The path for one of the keycards sends you up this elevator. It's a really cool idea for a set piece. Notice the word idea in that sentence. As an execution, it's pretty lame. You know, you're stuck in this tight space with zombies, and in a good game, this could be a pretty tense moment. Slowly slinking around, avoiding detection, or face a couple of zombies with your shit melee. But as discussed earlier, this game does not work like that. Not only did the game give you an even better axe before you got on the elevator, but zombies only seem to notice you when you violated their personal space. Again, it's a cool concept, but one that doesn't really work here. So after getting lost for a while, we get the keycard that goes to the Geofarm Labs. We hack and slash our way through the labs. Small thing, but it's nice to mention the positives every once in a while. If a goon gets up in your shit, you can always quick swap to the axe with the attack button. This has gotten me out of more than a few close calls. It's just a shame this is one of the only few good ideas this game has. We make our way deeper into the labs, treading the worst looking hallways the Xbox 360 could muster. This shit is on par with the indie game Massive Cleavage vs. Zombies. And whoa, buddy, if you're reminding me of that shit, that's how you know your graphics suck big time. We hobble our way over to a locker room where we find the data the ninja from the opening stashed. We keep looking for Linda when we find a room where Senator Armstrong! Oh, shoot, get me the hell out of here! Cliff jumps out of the window and wakes up in this bunker on top of the mountain. Anyway, we head down to the marina to go find Devin. On the one hand, it's kinda neat to come back to a place you've been before all geared up and shit. But on the other hand, we're just walking through the marina again. Whoa, I can barely contain my excitement. The best part is that Devin isn't even here, making this whole trip pointless. Shipping containers begin falling from the sky. Again. I guess we ran out of shit to do, so the game's just gonna start reusing things we've already seen. We arrive at a really expensive looking villa. We get more and more insane as we get through the villa. Cliff more so due to story reasons, and me due to shit like this. Yo, what's up, my fellow Rizzlers? How you doing? Oh god, please stop. Oh god, I have a wife and kids. Oh, why me? Why? After another chase with Senator Armstrong, we get to a real nice looking office, where we meet Dr. Faith Kimball. She's shown up a few times before, but this is the first time we've met face to face. Faith tells us to take this cure, but not before Cliff's brain goes into wacky mode. Our schizo brain Linda that's been berating us the whole time ramps up the insults while I lose my patience against what every nice guy perceives as their dark side. Oh, and this shotgun is gonna get a lot more use throughout the finale here. It's obviously really good at close range, partially because this fire rate is insane.
I just did! I just killed myself!
Remember kids, suicide is cause for celebration. At this point the game has set the whole survival horror thing on fire and kicked it down a flight of stairs. So that means we get stuck in combat arenas with a really annoying enemy called the Butcher. This guy is basically like a mini-boss. His attacks are devastating and he's got the really annoying power to block. But because dealing with that guy one-on-one is more tedious than it is tough, zombies come out of the woodwork to give your asshole a good airing out. Luckily, this game is poorly made, so you can just stealth kill the Butcher when he lands. So we finally made it. The circus of bullshit. Nearly an hour of running in circles shooting the same zombies over and over and over. Is this what it's like to play COD Zombies? Do you people like this shit? Oh, did you guys miss the Butchers? Well, how about we give him a lunge attack and pair him with another enemy with an incredibly annoying lunge attack? Look to the skies, it's a bird, it's a plane! The last wave of the Vomit Gauntlet sees us battle a ghost version of Senator Armstrong. Oh my lord, you can't believe how long it took me to figure this shit out. These waves have been working as you'd expect. Kill enough things to move on to the next round. This round is no different, but the problem comes with the big guy. Any other time you've seen this guy, you're told to book it. Naturally, that led me to believe he was invincible. I spent nearly 7 minutes kiting this bitch around the arena, and I was getting pretty good at it too, until I get a good look at him and I notice, wait a second, is that a health bar? Are you fucking kidding me? So then I spend almost 2 minutes running the same lap around the arena to finally put this guy down. I mean, my fucking god, dude. It was only 2 minutes, but those 2 minutes felt like forever. Oh yeah, and I almost had to do it all over again when I got stuck on nothing. Fun times. Cliff wakes up on a beach, he puts the data into a little box along with a voice recording and sends it off into the water, further making that one part from the prologue lamer and lamer. My god, dude, this might be this might be a contender for worst game I've ever fucking played. And dude, I played fucking Dark Souls. That game blows, but this one is much, much worse. I haven't played a game that from start to finish feels so backwards. I mean, the game says it wants to be a comic book, right? But line filters and a motion comic cutscene doesn't count as comic book in my head. The gameplay says survival horror, but not only does it double down on becoming a hack and slash, but it fucking just showers you with ammo and just says, you know what? Survival horror out the window. Who cares? This is a shooter now. And the story is nothing short of confusing. I mean, I'm dumb, right? I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, but I'm very confident in saying that this story just isn't very good. Some parts don't make any sense whatsoever, and the rest of it just isn't very memorable. I mean, I would have liked to know more about these characters, and that seems what the writers wanted too, but the game is so dead set on sprinting through this story that we don't get any time to actually learn about these goons. More scenes on the boat would have been really nice, you know? I wanted to learn more about how these characters interact with each other. I want to feel for their struggles a bit more naturally than just being info dumped through fuzzy white circles. The whole Cliff Goes Insane thing feels really underbaked as well. I mean, I guess that's how we're supposed to learn more about this guy, but all this train's telling me is that Cliff's a closet homosexual.